That was the biggest challenge in a way in terms of the animation, the image of something building up and disintegrating at the same time. Hi, I'm Aziz Cucher.
Anthony Aziz.
And we are presenting Time of the Empress.
Specifically around Time of the Empress and what it stems from. That imagery was born out of a specific context during research that we were doing concerning the aftermath of war and the scars of war. We were traveling throughout the former Yugoslavia, and we discovered a number of architectural forms that were in always a state of disrepair or possibly a kind of modern ruin. So we were very struck by how these forms were metaphors for this larger conflict, and we decided to create these animations that would somehow reflect back on that.
The motivating impulse behind the work has to do more with time and history and how things fall and renew themselves. And the buildings they are basically like clocks. So they do represent this flux of history more than anything.
Both in Serbia and Bosnia, and also in the Middle East, in Lebanon and Palestine and Israel, we were for 4 years building a number of different projects around that state of flux, as Sammy was saying, that kind of in-betweenness between how things were and where things are going.
Buildings, architecture is something considered always very solid. And the inversion here is something that we are presenting an architecture that is actually very fragile, that you experience as time rather than as actual space. You are going to see the facade of the Oisi building, which is a modernist building, and maybe, ask yourself, well, 20 years from now or 50 years from now, will it still be standing,
Yeah, it's true that architecture is the greatest form of public art on a daily basis.